I keep making that same mistake. I should, before I even hit the go button, I should be already set up. I should already, anyways, whatever. All right, we're on UK time. I'm 8 minutes late because I had to do some things. I had to finish eating. We have to eat. I was running late. I should have started. If you start early, you won't. If you start early, you won't run late. Well, here I am. This is the UK edition, or because it's 5 o'clock in the UK. If I timed it right, and here I am. Here I am. I'm doing my part. In the description, I have a donation link. I think I'm trying to call it the dream. The dream. I want to help dreams come true. Because first of all, you have to have a dream. And then it has to come true. But you can only make a dream come true if people cooperate with you. If people work with you, or when people come together to make a dream come true, maybe I can make that my thing. Because I have dreams, and you can dream all you want, but unless other people help you, for example, a business, like in my case, a business, you can sit there and want your dream to come true, but if you don't have everyone working with you to make that dream come true, for example, funds, I need customers in order to have funds. And customers need me. I need customers, and customers need me. If I have that which they are looking for, the things that they're looking for, I can help people get what they want. The Dream Come True crew or something like that. Maybe that's what I can do, get enough people to donate or purchase what I'm selling. The Dream Come True crew. Let's all work together. It could be powered by donations. It can be powered by the things I'm selling. And I can just try to help. I won't be able to help everyone, but I can help some people. If they have a dream that they'd like to have come true. Right now I'm starting with nothing. I'm starting with nothing right now. So we'll go from nothing to something. That's how everything happens. We go into the quantum field. We reach into the quantum field, and we manifest it in the quantum field. They say that's how it works on the higher dimensions. On the higher dimensions, things happen instantly, but for some reason here, in this three-dimensional plane of existence, everything takes longer to happen. Like Einstein called this the stubborn illusion. It's a stubborn illusion. I'm going to use this selfie stick one day. I want to go to downtown Dallas, Georgia, and see if I can interact with people. The Dream Come True crew, or something like that. Just get together with a bunch of people and help dreams come true. Because some people have a dream, but they just don't have the help they need to make their dream come true. Some people have really good skills. You know, they're very good painters. They're very good writers. They wish to make a movie or something. But again, we have to start with nothing. We begin with nothing. And then it becomes something. And that's, I need help making my dream come true. My dream of having my, my websites. I have websites, but I need customers to make them work. I have the websites. I've dug the ditches. I just need the rains to come. Dig the ditches and the rains will come. That's what Anthony Hopkins says. Dig the ditches and the rains will come. Greetings, I guess, is that the right way to say it? Greetings. We have 3 people, it looks like. All we need is some chatters. Because I think Dream Team is already taken. Dream Team. The path to fruition. That's what we can call it, the path to fruition. We can help people make their dreams come true. Again, yeah, it's dreaming. You can dream, but then you do need help. You do need help making your dream come true. So we got 2 people watching. Check out my, I have many links to many websites, and that is my dream. I need help making my dream come true. Once my dream comes true, I can help others make theirs come true. Isn't that what manifesting is? Your dream coming to fruition? Making your dream happen? Help me make my dream happen. My dream is to have successful websites. Websites that are successful. Because I have websites, they just need to be successful. Click on the description. In the description, there are websites. There's Kingdom of Pets website. There's one website that you can only you have to be 18 or older. So yes, I've done the work. Now it's time for the sunshine and the rain. That's what farmers, you know, they plant their seeds. They sow their seeds. And now I need to reap now that I've sown my seeds, you know. Tyler, you were how are you today? Tyler was joining me yesterday, or earlier this morning, yeah. My time it was 2 a.m. Good morning. Good morning, mein Freund. We are starting a new day, I guess, at sunrise. So yes, I was talking about my dream to have successful websites. The websites are in the description. Just go into the description and click on my mini websites. Kingdom of Pets, that's one that I feel is very helpful. Kingdom of Pets website. They teach you how to train your pets. They teach you how to care for your pets. That one, I think. Yes, I've built the ditches. Now the rains need to come. I've sown my seeds. I just need, I would like them to grow. I'm going to have my seeds grow. I need to motivate people. I think the best way to success is to help motivate other people. Very good fighter. Yes. I've seen quite a bit of his body of work. He's uh, he's won a lot of fights against a lot of people, and the trick is to stay primed and ready. Don't let yourself um, don't let yourself become soft or lazy. If you stay at the same peak condition that you were when you were at work or working at your profession, never always be hungry, I guess. Hi, Amy. Hello, Amy. Hi, hi, hi there. Come with your uncle and hear all proper. Hear angel trumpets and devil's trombones. You are invited. Where's everybody from? It's 5 o'clock in the UK. I was trying to get synchronized, I guess, in sync, so that those in the UK aren't staying up until 1 a.m. I'll get some people from the UK and they'll say, it's 1 o'clock here. So I thought I'd be courteous and receptive to courtesy. So some of you are stopping by just to say hi. Again, I'm pointing toward my websites and the link in the description. Oh, Denver, Colorado. Yes, I know. There's already some propaganda about that. He was Joe Rogan says he's going to do really well. Mike Tyson. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I think Tyson is going to do very well because he's been insulted. And you know what? When he's insulted, I think he gets angrier and more aggressive because it's like, how dare he insult me? It's funny. The ones who do all the insulting, they're the ones that get whooped. I watch those MMA fights. You know, mixed martial arts. The ones that are the cockiest are the ones that get humbled. They eat the humble pie. They take a couple of shots to the jaw, you know. So we'll just have to see, you know. Muhammad Ali, he had quite a few wins. But like Miyagi says, someone always know more karate. Someone always know more karate. So you can always, I think what you should do is quit while you're in your prime. That way you can quit as a winner. Yes, I've seen women's wrestling, WWE, China. I remember China. She was a wrestler, or is, I don't know. She's, yeah. Back in my day, there was WWE. There's some female cage fighters too. Female cage fighters and mixed martial arts fighters. They get in that cage and they just punch each other in the face. UFC. Yeah, everyone seems to fall into their liking. You know, I remember watching the WWF, World Wrestling Federation, back with Hulk Hogan and who was that, Hacksaw Jim Duggan and all those. The Ravishing Rick Rude. Yeah, there was, and Rowdy Rod Piper. Who was that other guy who did the Slim Jim commercials? It was, Macho Man, that's right. All those guys, they were all. We would watch at my friend's house. We'd go to my friend's house and watch them all wrestle. They were all into it. They drank Pepsi and watched wrestling. And then there was The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, when he was into wrestling. Hulk Hogan, yeah, all those guys. Oh yeah, Conor McGregor. I'm gonna have to look him up. I've been just every once in a while YouTube videos will pop up about these, and watching them, and I remember The Undertaker also. There was lots of those guys. That was back when Cyndi Lauper was doing the Goonies video. Girls Just Want to Have Fun and all that. And her dad was into wrestling, along with Rod Piper. He was in They Live. You ever seen They Live? Good day. I can't hit the translate button when, oh well. Welcome anyways. I've got 16 viewers right now. So I guess everyone is doing fine. This is Monday, the day after St. Patrick's Day. So yes, please, in the description I have some websites. You can check them out. Help me make my dream come true to have successful websites. And then in turn I can give back, as I always say. I want to give back. It's hard to give back when you have nothing yet. So the description I find is entertaining. In the description I have Ed's movie playlist. I have a lot of cool movies. Movies that you probably haven't seen in a long time. Dobre utra. It's still morning. Dobry den, dobry den, dobry dien, dobry dien. That's how you say it. Good afternoon or good day. Yes, yes, yes. So Tyler was up with me at 2 a.m. this morning because I was on Australia time. In Australia, it's 5 o'clock when it's 2 o'clock in the morning here. So I think I'm going to do another one of those tonight. I do. I have it already scheduled. It's already scheduled. So hopefully I'll have some people from the UK joining me. I do the best I could. Kevin! I just hit my crack pipe. A lot of people burn their lips on crack pipes. Crack is a derivative of cocaine. No, I haven't. There's a lot of movies I'm not able to keep up with lately. My budget has not been allowing me to see movies. That's another thing I can do is movies and commentary. Movies and commentary. After I watch a movie, I can give you my take on it. I'll have to sit in the dark and take notes. I could have a headlamp, have one of those headlamps, and then I could write down what I think of the movie and then read them back to you. If you really value my opinion, I could be like, do my own movie commentary live, so everyone can comment. Like all these Marvel movies that have come out, they can't get enough of Spider-Man. Sam Raimi made a lot of Spider-Man movies, and I like those. And then someone else came out, Stan Lee, I guess. He's the inventor of Spider-Man, Stan Lee. And he was in a lot of the Dave and Silent Bob movies, like Clerks. I think it was Mallrats. He was in Mallrats. He does cameos. He was doing cameos with Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith have something. Kevin Smith and I have something in common. We both had heart attacks. Kevin Smith and I had heart attacks. He also worked with George Carlin. He was in, what was that show? Dogma? Quite a few of them. George Carlin, he did some cameos. I'll see if I can do this for an hour. My battery pack isn't charged up all the way. So I can just see how long I can go before I have no battery power. Battery power. I've got to have battery power. What's horrible is that when I run out of battery power, the visual starts to go. So I'll see how... Anyways, I'm not going to focus on that right now. If the picture starts getting jerky and slow, that means my battery pack is about to go. That rhymed. If the picture gets jerky and slow, my battery pack is about to go. All right, so here we are. I'm trying to keep awake. It's all in how much I slept the night before. I'll have to get some Red Bulls or something. Get some 5-hour energy. There I go advertising again. I need to get some sponsors so I can advertise. I'm trying not to advertise unless I'm getting paid. I should never advertise. So I guess I'll have to make some shorts now. This is an early stream because I'm trying to get in sync with UK time. I believe it's 5 o'clock in the UK, somewhere around there. And so I'm starting early. Earlier it was Australia time. I was up at 2 a.m. so that I could be in sync with Australia. Because people from the UK, they say, "Hi Ed, it's 1 o'clock here. It's 12 o'clock here." So it's like I'm keeping them up at late hours. So maybe I should take the hit, you know, so that people can have reasonable times. Oh, it's 4:30. Okay. I misjudged then. Well, at least it's not, well, it's soon to be 5 o'clock. What do they call it? 1700? I think so. Yeah, 17. Because they're on military time. So you don't have to put AM and PM, you know. You could just say, it's 1300. That means it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Very good. That's what I had. I had eggs, Canadian bacon, and toast with peanut butter and honey. Honey tastes good in the morning. It's good for you, too. Honey in the morning. Pure or clover honey is, I like the clover honey is good. Eggy wags, bacon, and toast. So I have some people joining me. Well, good. I'm timing it better. It's all about the timing. I'm going to break into the selfie stick. My selfie stick. I want to go downtown Dallas, and take you all on a tour. Sometimes there's some pretty neat stuff to be seen. I wonder what they're doing for Easter this year. They always seem to decorate for every holiday. You know, like for St. Patrick's Day, Halloween, Christmas, all those days they decorate. I could take you there sometime. Tomorrow might be a good day for that. 9:30. Yeah, because we're on the East Coast. On the East Coast, our day starts a lot earlier. It's like 12 o'clock here, 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Daylight savings time. We're an hour early because of daylight savings time. Right now it's only 11 o'clock. And I think that's why I got a little late. I was on daylight savings time, standard time. Now we're on daylight. We were on standard time. I wish we would just stay on standard time. Like I said, heart attacks and car accidents are caused by daylight savings time. People wake up and go, "Oh my God, and I'm an hour late." "Oh no, I'm an hour late." They have heart attacks and car accidents because they're trying to hurry off at work, hurry off to work. Thank you for the like. Likes are so far and in between, so few and in between. 9:30 in California. Oh wow, $500. Oh, so you were at the bar. I thought you were at home. You said you were getting drunk last night. I thought you were just sitting at home. Like George Thorogood. When I drink alone. With nobody else. When he drinks alone, he prefers to be by himself. He was that guy that did Bad to the Bone. George Thorogood. And that Twilight Zone song. Now I'm slipping into the Twilight Zone. When I drink alone. When I drink alone, I prefer to be by myself. $500. That's your whole paycheck. For most people. For most people, it's like at least half, if not all of your paycheck. $500. $500. You ever seen Bubble Boy? Jake Gyllenhaal. I guess he was Bubble Boy. $500. $500. Danny Trejo was in that movie, Bubble Boy. That was a movie in my playlist. I don't know what happened to it. YouTube likes to tease me with the movies. I'll add all these movies to my playlist, and they take them away, and then bring them back. Like Galaxy Quest, you know? Galaxy Quest was in my movie playlist, and now they took it away. It keeps popping in and out for some reason. In my, in the description, you'll find Ed's movie playlist. Help my dream come true. Go to one of my mini websites and buy something. Then once I start accruing wealth, once I start gathering wealth, I can be able to help other people make their dreams come true. So again, the scary part is when you start something, when you do a business venture. You start with all the scary parts. Gee, I hope I make enough money to pay my bills. Oh, there's me. My medication is kicking in. I'm on many medications to keep my heart pumping, to keep my heart working properly. I'm on like 7 medications. Each medication does something, and all I get is tired. All I get is tired, or Anyway, I'm able to walk for short distances, which reminds me I have to go to the mailbox. I trek to the mailbox to see if I got anything. We're going to get upbeat. Just like this show says, it gets better. The name of this show is It Gets Better. And I got the little crystal ball there. I looked into my crystal ball and it gets better. That's a good mantra. It gets better. I guess I have to keep talking about my description. In the description, check it out. You'll probably find something you like, and you could be one of my first customers. Be one of my first customers. Then maybe I can offer more. It won't just be me sitting here. I can get like a bear that balances on a ball or something. Have you ever seen that? A bear able to balance on a ball? Or boxing kangaroos. I saw that video of a kangaroo that had the hold of a dog. The kangaroo was just holding the dog. It wasn't hurting the dog. And the guy walks up and punches the kangaroo. It's like, that's not cool. The kangaroo let the dog go. The kangaroo let the dog go, and the guy walks up and punches the kangaroo. And it's like, why do you need to punch the kangaroo? He already let the dog go. I'm pretty sure you know what video I'm talking about. That unkind act. And the kangaroo is like, I let the dog go. A Gucci store. Gucci's a big brand name. Up there with, who else? Tommy Hilfiger. I guess that's what I miss about the malls. All the malls are closing down. Malls used to be a big deal all the way through the 90s. Malls. The 80s, a lot of malls went up in the 80s. In the 70s, I remember when I was living in Alabama, across the street from where I lived, they built a mall. It was called the University Mall. In, I think it was Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Yeah, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. There was like a freeway, and then on the other side of the freeway, they were. I went there for the grand opening of that mall, back when Darth Vader was there. All the stores were giving out treats and candies, and treats and toys. We would come back with all these toys from each of the stores. Back when I was a kid, I remember I was watching them build the mall, and then they did the grand opening. University Mall, and it was within walking distance from my house. We just walked across the freeway, and we were chilling at University Mall, getting all the candy and toys. Everything was, it was back in the 70s, so it was like during the time Empire Strikes Back came out. I got to see Darth Vader. Then Disney bought out Star Wars. And it didn't take much time before they built a Star Wars there. That'd be a neat experience. I've never gone there to see the Star Wars experience. They got the lookalikes there. They got the stormtroopers walking around. They got Kylo Ren walking around. Darth Vader. A bunch of people with lightsabers. You get to construct your own lightsaber. My brother went there. My youngest brother, he went to Disneyland to see. Yeah, he came back with his lightsaber. He displays it proudly in his living room. Looks like it's going to be a pretty day out there. I like how I have the window across from me. When I'm sitting in this chair, I can look out the window. Watch the wind blow. Watch the wind blow. All right. I hope you're all being entertained right now because there's not much I can offer. It's just me sitting in a chair, reminiscing about the 70s, answering questions, responding to texts. I guess I'm working on that magnetism, or not, or the charisma, because you have to be charismatic, when you're doing a show or a live stream. You got to be someone people want to watch. You want to grow a goatee. Trying to grow a goatee. My chin is doing all right. I can never seem to grow the mustache though. I still have a blonde mustache. Now it's turning out to be a reddish white mustache. Reddish. Anyway, let me see what I can do. My futile attempt to play a harmonica. $1,500 on a pair of shoes. I guess people have a different taste in shoes. $1,500. For some reason, it reminds me of Italy, because a harmonica kind of sounds like like an accordion. I think it works on the same principle. You're blowing into these little vibraty things. That's scientific, vibraty things. In Europe, I guess you hear a lot of accordions in Europe. In Italy and Germany. I skipped a few notes. That sounds like Sinbad. You ever watch Sinbad movies? Sinbad! Yes, if you donate, I'll be able to keep this show going. If you should donate. I work on donations. I'm like an online street performer. Online street performer. I perform online. So, it is a pretty day out there. For some reason, it's cold though. It's cold out there. Not as cold as it was, well, it's colder than it was yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a tolerable weather. Maybe it'll change because the sun is out, the sun might warm up. I guess I can't, you have to keep dreaming your dream. Otherwise it'll go away. If you don't stop dreaming your dream, When you dream your dream, it gets stronger. If you keep dreaming your dream, it gets stronger. Stronger. We have to learn how to work with this stubborn illusion. They say this is a dream. We're in a holographic universe. This is all a dream. It's an lucid dream we happen to be stuck in. That's why they had to invent death. It's the only way we could leave. Life was invented, but then I guess we're starting to discover that, I think. We're the creator and the creation at the same time. Think about that for a while. How are any of us here? How does anything happen? It's all about our desire and our faith. If our desire and our faith are in sync with each other, because some people have the desire, they just don't have the faith. They have the, like me, I have the desire to have a very easy life, a very good life. But then I struggle with my faith, my faith in having it come to fruition. And I think that's why I've been given so much life now. I was thinking about that. Grant Imahara, he died at 49. I was thinking, he got to die at 49, and I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Why? I think 49 would have been a perfect age for me to just give up the ghost. It would have been perfect. Because then, I've come this far. 49 years old. And it's like, that's before you start to age. That's before you start to get too old. It's like, that's a perfect age. No, I don't. I'm one of those people, I guess. One of those people who can't seem to play a guitar. I bought myself a guitar. I bought myself an amplifier. And I even paid for some lessons. And I didn't do so well. I tried 2 different teachers. When do you think is the perfect time to die? The perfect age to die? I think the perfect age to die is before you turn 50. If you could die before you're 50, then that's the perfect time. Because at 50 is when you start to go, 50 is when you start to, your vision changes. You start getting gray hair. I don't know. My mind goes to dark places. And I need to pull myself back. That's why I have my fart gun. My fart gun reminds me to have a sense of humor. Eat, drink, and be merry. Sinead O'Connor passed away. I think she was like 54 years old. Maybe one day my day will come. Maybe one day. I'm just waiting. I'm sitting at the station waiting for my train to pull in. Halley's Comet, Mark Twain said he came in with Halley's Comet and he was leaving with Halley's Comet. Oh, rapping? I like watching the freestyle. People rap freestyle. They have like rapping competitions. They'll get up on stage. When I was young, it was poppin'. There was a dance called pop. and people would get up on stage and they would do all these. It was kind of like in New York. They had those. You ever seen Breakin' and Breakin' 2? Breakin' and Breakin' 2. Those are pretty good movies to watch. Because I guess in New York, rather than beat each other up, they would out dance each other. That was pretty fun to watch. No, I don't. I guess I'm up there with Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo, I think his name is. He decided not to get the Avenger tattoo because he just didn't want tattoos. Some people love tattoos and they never stop with just one. It all starts with one. And then before you know it, they got them all up and down their arms. They get so many tattoos. That's their thing. And it's like, go ahead if that's what you like. But me, it's like I guess I'm like the Navajo. The Navajos say don't get tattoos because it's especially of sigils, certain markings. Don't get them because they stay on your skin. I've been listening a lot to the Navajo teachings. There's this guy I follow. He's like an elder, a Navajo elder, and he talks about that. You know, don't get tattoos and don't speak evil, because when you speak evil, it's like you're saying a prayer to the evil one. So don't speak evil of anyone. Don't speak evil to anyone, because you're saying a prayer to the evil one. And he talks about the holy people, the beauty way, beauty in front of me, beauty behind me. It's like, yeah, I like that. I like those concepts. Don't stand in a doorway. Don't touch your sister. Don't whistle at night. A lot of cultures, they say don't whistle at night because you bring the evil upon you. You bring evil upon you if you whistle at night. That's good advice. You know, don't stand in a doorway. 55. That's my age. You just wrote in my age. 55. 55. I can't drive 55. One foot on the brake and one on the gas. That's all I remember of that song. I can't drive 55. It talks about from here to LA. I remember that part. Rocky, what was that? The Red Rocker? He sang heavy metal also. It's a one-way ticket to midnight. Call it heavy metal. 16,000 watts of power. And it's pushing overload. The beast is ready to devour. We've got punk rock fanatics pushing down the barricade, reaching for the stage. Can't you feel the rage? Sammy Hagar, that's the guy's name. Sammy Hagar. Sammy Hagar. Back in the 80s, he was Sammy Hagar, the Red Rocker. And you know what? Each tattoo has a backstory. It's like they can point to a tattoo and say, I got this one when my girlfriend and I broke up, or I got this one when I went hunting with my dad, or, you know, they all have a backstory. Or sometimes it's just symbology, you know. This symbolizes the moon. This symbolizes Azazel, you know. This symbolizes my belief. And I guess it's to the person, you know. Not every belief, I guess, pertains to every person. Some people, they're tribes. They're tribes. They get a certain tattoo to signify what tribe they're in. So yeah, it's not an umbrella thing. You know, if you want to represent your tribe or your status, your tribe or your status, then they get tattoos for that status or that tribe that they're in. Like warriors, they'll get a certain tattoo, or if they're a certain rank, they'll get a certain tattoo. I guess they can have a lot of meaning, but me personally, it's like you're marking yourself for life. But that's just me. I'm not imposing my beliefs. There's enough of that going on, enough of imposing one's beliefs. 35 tattoos. Do you ever forget one? You ever forget that you have another tattoo? Like, I wonder if people lose count over time. I've got to do my. I guess this can count. This can count as my UK time, or yeah, my Australia time. I did one for Australia and one for the UK. So those of you who are from Australia, welcome. I can just keep this going. I can cancel the other one. This will count as my Australia. It'll be like two birds with one stone. That's right. There we go. I could just keep going. I don't have to stop. If you're from Australia, it's probably 5 o'clock in Australia. Oh, no, wait a second. Wait a second. I goofed. Yeah, I goofed because this at 12 o'clock. Oh, no. This one was supposed to be for the UK. I need to cancel one of my alarms. That was my alarm that just went off. I started early. That's what happened. That's why it's only 4 o'clock. It's only 4 o'clock, like that one guy said, Bill. Bill said it's, what did he say? Let me scroll. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. Okay. So yeah, I started early. You know what? I'm ahead of the game. I got my breakfast. I consumed my breakfast, and I began an hour early. So here I am. Those of you who were waiting until 5 o'clock, here I am. A whole hour went by. I think in the UK and everywhere else, everyone comes home around 5 o'clock. Around 5 o'clock. So that's why Bill was on. I started early. I got the times mixed up. I believe Bill is from the UK, if I can keep remembering. I did that thing yesterday. I saw a picture of Brittany Murphy, and I couldn't remember her name. So in my imagination, I walked up to her and I said, "What is your name?" And then a few minutes later, I got an answer. It was Brittany Murphy, just as clear as day, as clear as a bell. So that technique works. If you ever forget someone's name, in your imagination, walk up to them and ask them their name. That's happened to me before. I'll see somebody's picture and I won't remember their name. And then in my imagination, I'll walk up to them and say, "What is your name?" Very kindly, very courteously. "What is your name?" And then a few minutes later, I'll suddenly remember their name. You spent $4,000. Wow. So that's dedication. I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about tattoos. I know I would not get one, but some people do for whatever reason. They're trying to remember something or symbolize something. And and it's like every time they look at that tattoo, they're reminded of some part in their life, some time in their life. Like, yeah, my girlfriend and I went out and got tattoos together. I'm being distracted. I'm looking out the window. I'm looking out the window. So I was on time. I just got anxious and started an hour early. Do you mind me asking what you do? Because it seems like you have a lot of extra. Oh, that's not my business. I don't know. I guess because what? I don't like to get into people's business because it's like, oh wait, I keep hitting the snooze button. That's why. I need to dismiss. They're gang related? Oh, okay. I guess a gang is a tribe. That can be considered a tribe. A group of people you're with. Gang tattoos are pretty serious. You can't just go out and get a gang tattoo. If you belong to a group, if you don't belong to a group, they will notice and they yes, you will receive a recompense for your error. Yeah, I guess they're okay as long as you belong in to that group. I was thinking about patches. Patches are also something that you have to be very careful of. Be sure you've earned those patches because they'll tear them off. They'll beat your ass. If you have a, like a one percenter tattoo or a Hell's Angels tattoo or a Hell's Angels patch and you didn't earn it, there's some punishment involved. If you survive it, most gangs they jump you in. That's what I've heard and seen. You get jumped in and jumped out. I don't think you could ever leave a gang. When you're in a gang, you can't leave it. You're basically in. I guess there's some perks for being in a gang if you're at the right rank. But then if you reach a right rank, people are looking to get rid of you sometimes. At least, yeah. I'm not going to talk anymore about that because I don't want to get into trouble. I don't want to get into trouble by speaking. Those who know don't speak. That's what Hermes Trismegistus said. Those who know don't speak. Those who speak don't know. But then how can you learn? How can you learn if no one speaks? I just love gazing out the window. When I'm outside, I look up at the sky. That's scary because sometimes those tattoos can get you into trouble if you're among the wrong group. I guess as long as you stay in your own territory, you're okay. Don't try dwelling. Don't try roaming. They all recognize those tattoos too right away. They know exactly what that's all about. I seem to be obsessed with coins lately. I like coins. You ever seen No Country for Old Men? They have, the guy says, how much have you ever lost in a coin toss? and he flips the coin, and the guy guesses heads, and he gets to keep his life, I guess. This is my Donald Trump coin. I got a Donald Trump coin. I think this is going to be worth something one day. It's going to be worth something. Because it's like a commemorative coin. It's a regular coin. And I like to do coin tricks, you know. I like to make the coin make the coin disappear, you know, and then make it reappear. I did this yesterday, you know. You just, whoop, and it's gone. I guess, an amateur magician. I like doing coin tricks. I like to make them disappear and then reappear. Some people could do that flip. They can, you know, that takes a lot of practice. But then that's part of making a coin disappear. All right, that's it. Dismiss. We know it's 1 o'clock. We know it's 5 o'clock in the UK. Hopefully some UK viewers, you know, you go like this, and then you go like this, and then the coin is there. Abracadabra. I have so many. I think I have 3 coins this size. 4 coins. Silver dollars. I like silver dollars. Silver dollars. Then you make it appear. Silver dollars, back when they were really silver, now they laminate them. They laminate the dollars. Because I guess people were just melting them down into silver bars. Coins were disappearing. This one is magnetic. This particular one is magnetic. So I think it's made of tin. I think I'll have to see if tin is magnetic. So I guess you could do cool coin tricks with this. If you have your magnets, you can make it look like, yes, 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 yes. I'm going to have to start making some shorts that say, if you're in the UK, see me at 5 o'clock. If you're in Australia, see me at 5 o'clock. That way I might be another David Hasselhoff, you know. David Hasselhoff is really popular in Germany. Norm Macdonald used to make a lot of jokes about that. David Hasselhoff. He's really popular in Germany. Yeah, David Hasselhoff. He's another guy that passed away. So many people are dying. I guess it's because their time. Gilbert Gottfried, I think he's on that list. That's what I should say instead of saying died or passed away. Just say on the list. 3 years. I hear stories about prison. Prison is not a joke. It's very cliquey. You have to be very careful. You're in, they call it lacing up. There's these guys who are doing, their whole YouTube channel is about prison time. What to do and not do in prison. You cannot leave. That's right. That's one thing, you know, once you start getting information, they got their eye on you. Don't talk to the cops. Do not talk to the cops. That's what I heard in prison. Don't talk to the cops. Don't talk to the guards. Yep. I guess say your prayers. Be thankful. Be thankful you survived anything. It's mind-blowing, you know. Don't accept anything. That's one thing you don't want to do in prison. Don't accept any gifts. Don't gamble, because they'll hurt you bad. If you lose during gambling, you know, during a game, oh wow. That's what makes me scared, you know. Someone leaves a donation or it's like, okay, what have I done? You ever listen to Michael Francese? I think his name is Francese. Michael Francese. He was a made man, I think. He's pretty interesting to listen to. Him and Sammy the Bull get together and have a sit down. They talk about the same things I talk about, the things I'm not happy about taxes, how they always want to collect taxes, how the government operates. They each have their own channels. Sammy and Michael, they each have their own channels, and they sometimes meet up with each other. You do? That's a good burden to have when you got too much money to spend. That's what I'm trying to do now, you know, with my websites. Again, in the description, my websites. That's one of my dreams, baby. My dream is to have good websites that do really well. That way I can just pay my taxes and relax. Pay taxes and die. That's what we're supposed to do. Pay taxes and die. But you know what? That whole period of time between birth and death, that's called life. And I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy that whole time between life and death. So it sounds like you're enjoying yourself, you know. That's what few people can do, is enjoy themselves. All of us spend our time worrying and getting depressed. And it's like every day is a day closer to your final day. And you got to ask yourself, did you have fun? Every day is a day closer to your final day. And you don't know when that day's coming. You just don't. You could be struck by lightning. You could be hit with a golf ball. You could be bitten by some weird bug that they forgot about or don't know about yet. It's like, enjoy your life. That's what I'm trying to do right now while I'm sitting here. Look out the window, see that blue sky. Enjoy yourself. Live like Telly Savalas. Who loves you, baby? Who loves you, baby? He was Kojak. Telly, you listen to Telly. Get your Players Club card. Telly Savalas. He always had a lollipop in his mouth because he was trying to quit smoking. Kojak. There were a lot of jokes made about Kojak because of his bald head. Who loves you, baby? That was back when Sanford and Son. I watched Sanford and Son. That's how he died. Here I come. I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth. I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth. And he actually died of a heart attack. It's like, I guess we all have that in common. Heart attacks. Me, Red Fox, Kevin Smith. My phone keeps buzzing. So, we got one like. We'll see who else joins us. I'll keep this up until I still have battery power. So, I'm good to go. I'm sitting here with my fart gun, having a good time. For just $5 a week, I did a calculation. I got 727 subscribers. 727 subscribers. If each of them gave $5 a week, I'd be doing pretty good. Just give $5 a week. Come on. Come on. That'll be my slogan. Come on. $5 a week. Come on. I'd do pretty good if all of my subscribers paid $5 a week. And they would be blessed too. You think $5 doesn't mean much? You'd be so blessed. Like when that offering plate goes by you. When that offering plate goes by you and you just drop a couple of bucks in there, that money goes a long way combined with all the other congregation. Isn't that good? You know? That's what my dream has always been, to have a successful business. That's why I put all those links in the description. All those links in the description, all you have to do is click on one of them. You could leave it, yeah. And think of how blessed you'll be, you know, because you helped a guy out. And then I'll be able to help other people. You know, when you're helping somebody, you're hoping that someone helps some others. You're helping someone help. I can talk. You're helping someone help others. That's what I said. Help me help others. Because I keep seeing those St. Jude's ads, you know. And it's like, wow, I could do that. I could help St. Jude's. I could help the Red Cross. The Red Cross does so much to help people. And it's like whenever the shit hits the fan, there's the Red Cross. Helping people, getting out blankets and food and medical care, mental care, you know. There's all kinds of help they give. And I could help. That's what I want to do, is the money I make, I can donate a portion of that to the Red Cross. That's what I want to do. What I want to do, when my money earns business, when my business earns money, you know, I can donate to the Red Cross. A lot of people do that, you know, with their businesses. They say a portion of the proceeds goes to the Red Cross. A portion of the proceeds goes to animal shelters, you know, no-kill animal shelters. Which is cool because they're keeping the puppies and kitty cats alive so that people can adopt them. A lot of animals are adopted. A lot of animals, they're adopted, and because they're rescue animals. I knew a guy who was, his dog, he's in one of my videos. If you go through my videos, there's a dog named Blue, you know, and Blue was a rescue animal. A dog named Blue, like the song goes. The guy's, his dog was a rescue animal. He was a good dog, a good doggy. And he got some kind of cancer, which is sad. A lot of good people get cancer, you know. Andy Kaufman, Norm Macdonald. A lot of good people get cancer. And I guess dogs are no exception to the rule. Because Blue was a good dog. He was a rescue dog. And he used to greet me. When I'd be at the park, his owner would come by and Blue would run up to me. And he would chill. He'd lay there and chill with me. And he got cancer. And it's like, if you ever want to see Blue, scroll through my videos. I think, Blue. It's not Shaggy, it's Blue. And there's like a little thing, a little video I did in his honor. Ona. We've been doing this for an hour and 15 minutes. That's how it was in Portola. A lot of families owned businesses because it was such a small town, and they either owned businesses or they were on welfare. I was on welfare. My family was on. Well, no, my mother worked. She had to go all the way into Nevada, from Portola into Nevada. She worked at a place called Boomtown. My mommy worked at Boomtown. I remember that. We were latchkey kids. My mom and dad divorced. My mother and father divorced. And we would wait outside until my mother came home. And then we built an igloo. I remember that. In Portola it would snow. We built an igloo and we'd chill in the igloo until my mom came home. And then we'd all go inside. That happened. We were latchkey kids. We just basically, nobody was home when we got off. When school was out, we'd just hang out in the carport until mom and dad came home. My dad was in the Marine Corps. My mom worked her job, and we would right after we got off the bus, we'd hang out in the carport until mom got home. We would just chill outside, young kids getting off school. And then I think eventually we got a key. We got a key and we were able to chill hang out in the house, do our homework. That's what sucked about school is homework. Who takes work home with them? When you're an adult, I didn't take work home with me. When I was an adult, yeah, work was done. At 5 o'clock, I'm done. But what sucked was I was living where I worked. So I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave work. I'd have people knocking at my door after 5 o'clock. Somebody would need something. Because I was in the apartment building, apartment complex. I'd be sitting there Saturday. It's Saturday. Supposed to be my time off. And I was on call. So I'd either get a page, because we had to carry a pager, or if not a pager, we would have somebody knock at my door. Knock at my door on a Saturday because you locked yourself out, because your toilet's plugged or whatever, and I'd have to drop what I was doing. What I hated was when my pizza was done. I'd have a pizza in the oven, and I'd pull the pizza out, get ready to eat it, and there's a knock at my door, or a page. Those were fun times. I would put in a movie in the DVD player, and I would call out to Mountain Mike's Pizza. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Or Papa John's. Papa John's. They would always give me 2 jalapeno peppers. Hey, Papa John's, I want a pizza. I want a combo pizza. I want a combo pizza. What did I say? Oh, no onions and no beef. That's what I'd say. I want a combo pizza, no onions, no beef. And then I would wait until my pizza arrived. And then I'd hear the knock at the door, and it's the pizza guy. I would look through the peephole, and it's the pizza guy. And I would sign my bank card statement. And I would take that pizza in. I'd be like halfway into my movie. I'd be watching Devil's Rejects or something like that. I had so many movies. Oh my God, they were all on DVD. I still have DVD. Now everything's on demand, you know. You can just click on a movie in my YouTube library, Ed's movie playlist. It's in the description. Just click on Ed's movie playlist. There's like Short Circuit 2 in there. I think The Gladiator is still in there. You know what? People do that, and God bless you for that. You know, because you're feeding somebody. Isn't that what Jesus said? What you've done unto the least of these, you've done unto me. And I think Jesus remembers stuff like that. He remembers when you help someone out, and that shit comes back to you. You know, when you're kind to somebody, like when you're being carried. I remember that story, Footprints, that story. You know, I had a dream. I was walking with the Lord on the beach, and I saw two sets of footprints. Just one. I own one car, and I'm lucky to have that. You know, I own one car, and I'm lucky to have it. Thank God for my brother. You know, my brother's been helping me with that. You know, he's been helping me keep my car maintained. You know what I think that is at this point in my life? I think the Lord is carrying me because, like that footprint story, I keep thinking about that footprint story. You know, it was those days that you saw one set of footprints that I carried you, you know, and I keep thinking about that. 7 cars? I saw Jay Leno has a lot of cars too. Jay Leno, I think he could open up a museum, you know, all these vintage cars. I think that's what I need to do right now is just remember that. It was those days that you saw one set of footprints. Those days I carried you. And I feel like that's what it is. The Lord is carrying me. The Lord is carrying me. Because I got so worried when I lost my job, when I had the heart attack. Teslas are good cars. They have a very high safety rating. A guy tried to kill himself by driving off a cliff, and he didn't die because the Tesla was such a safe car. I think it was with he tried to kill himself and his whole family, and he drove off a cliff, and he didn't die because the Tesla's car is such a safe car. So it's like, that's something to think about. Teslas are such safe cars. Don't try to kill yourself in them. Well, that's cool. We've been chilling and talking this whole time. I think that's a good use of time. I think the Lord's carrying us all the time. It just looks like there's 2 sets of footprints there. I just remember that. I remember hearing that story and just crying. I remember hearing that story and just crying. It was when I was a kid, you know, that whole footprints in the sand, he held me in his hand, or something like that. And the whole story was him having a dream. Dodge Challenger. I remember there's Dodge Darts and there's Dodge Challengers. Some of those cars they don't make anymore. Some of those, like the parts. I had a car once, and I love that car. It had bulletproof glass. I love that car. And then I went to get parts for it, and they said, we don't make parts for that anymore. Mustang. What's funny is I see old ladies driving Mustangs. Like they're badass cars, and an old lady is driving it, you know? It's like somebody said, hey, what you need is a Mustang. And it's kind of funny, you know. Usually, old ladies drive like a Subaru or something like that. But I guess if they have that bikes, they're like mine was a Honda. I think it is Suzuki. That's what I had, a Suzuki. I had a Suzuki 100 cylinder. No, one cylinder, 100 cubic centimeters. Suzuki. I remember I bought it secondhand. It was a Suzuki. Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. 100 cubic centimeters, and I would, yeah, just I think it was one cylinder, and that was my pride and joy. I would ride into town on my Suzuki because that was all I could afford. All I could afford was a Suzuki. Some guy was just selling it, and I said, "Yeah, I'll buy that," and it worked. I just remember changing the oil a lot. I had to whenever I changed the oil, I'd ride into town, and I'd go a while on a tank of gas. One tank of gas. I heard knuckleheads. Knuckleheads, I don't think they make them anymore. Oh, so you kind of collect cars. You like the vintage, like 50 Chevys and all that? Those VWs, Studebakers. Yeah, I think knuckleheads were before the Harley Davidson. They were all American bikes. Those were invented in World War II, I think. The motorcycle. The motorcycle. And then a lot of biker gangs were founded after World War II. After World War II, they started founding biker gangs. Some of those gangs go way back. They're kind of becoming more prevalent now, I think. A lot more, at least the documentaries I watch. They're pretty hardcore. They're pretty hardcore. I think Gangland. I used to watch Gangland a lot. Me and my boss and I, we talk about Gangland. They always had that guy who had the gravelly voice talking about Gangland. All these talking about the Hells Angels and the Mongols and the Warlocks, I think. I guess that's a pretty safe way to travel. Travel with your biker gang. You can pretty much go anywhere. They have what they call the prospects, I guess, or people who aren't yet part of the gang but kind of ride with them. I have. I went 2 times. I went 2 times to Disneyland. Once when I was a kid, and once when I was like 20 years old, I think. Yeah, I was in my 20s. That was fun. I like the 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea. 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That was when I was young. Going to the haunted house. I like the haunted mansion. That's what it was. The haunted mansion. When the ghost hitchhikers, you look in the mirror and you see some ghost hitchhiking with you. And the dancing ghost, that was pretty cool. You're looking down over the balcony, or from the balcony, and all these ghosts are dancing. They were showing how they did that. There was I love watching those documentaries about Disneyland. How he started with Swampland. It's just Swampland. And he turned it into Disneyland. He called his his employees Imagineers. Funny enough. Imagineers, animatronics, animation and electronics combined. I like Universal Studios also. Universal Studios. That was fun. I went back when they had a Terminator exhibit. You put on these 3D glasses, and they had live actors there too. I remember the live action. Terminator live action. I almost bought one of those Terminator leather jackets, but it was too expensive. I couldn't afford it. It was a leather jacket. I wanted it so bad. Some people said I looked like the Terminator because I would wear a leather jacket and I'd be at the nightclub, and a guy came up to me and said, "You look like the Terminator." I guess I need the glasses. That's the only thing I'm missing. The glasses. I need the glasses. Your clothes. Give them to me. Come with me if you want to live. They made quite a few Terminators. I think they're making another Terminator. Hasta la vista, baby. I like Terminator 3. It was a pretty good. No, my brother. Yeah, he was talking about going on a cruise. I wouldn't go single. I'd want to have a lady with me. I think that would make it more fun. Have a lady with me. Go on a cruise, you know. I love doing stuff like that. I haven't been able to lately. I think one of these days I'm going to open up a key. I'm going to open up a door, or a door will be opened for me, where I can just afford things all of a sudden. That's one thing that's been holding me back, is not being able to afford things. I used to do that. I'd go to like Six Flags at least. I remember trekking out to Six Flags in Vallejo. It was Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. In Vallejo, I would get myself a hotel room on my birthday. I remember they had a hot tub there at the hotel. I had a room all to myself, and I would be up in my room, and then I'd go down to the hotel, or down to the hot tub, and just chill there. I remember on my birthday, I was in the hot tub, and a hummingbird came by. It just came by and just hovered there for a while. It's like, there's your birthday present. Wasn't the Aztecs? I think they say the Aztecs or the Incas or something like that. They said that if a warrior dies, it becomes a hummingbird. I think so. I have to remember what culture that was. If a warrior dies, they become a hummingbird. Maybe I was being visited by a warrior. I loved sitting in the hot tub. That was fun. But I always went by myself, you know. Could never. I guess what I should have said was, I'll pay your way to Six Flags. My favorite. I think one of them up there is God Bless America. It's a show. It's on YouTube. God Bless America. It was directed and written by Bobcat Goldthwait. That's a pretty good movie. If you ever watched that all the way through, it's kind of like a comedy. It reminds me of No Country for Old Men. It reminds me of No Country for Old Men because of the kind of the plot. It's just kill after kill. But yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. And I found it by accident, I guess. Just happened to find that movie. God Bless America. It's about a guy who meets a girl, and they want to get rid of everyone who's not nice. Everyone who's not nice? Wow, we're going on a record here. This is an hour and 34 minutes. I think that's what I need, is like, as soon as I get some sponsors. If I get sponsors, I'll be able to do a lot better. I'll be able to free my mind of all this anxiety. Money can be my therapist. Money is good therapy, you know? If you think about it, you can go on a cruise. You can go to Disneyland. You can go to Six Flags. I remember at Six Flags they would have tiger shows. They would just throw raw meat. They just throw raw meat out there and the tigers would dive for it. You could see into the water. It used to be Six Flags Marine World, and then they turned it to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. They had the Warner Brothers plushies, I guess, walking around. Bugs Bunny. I was sitting at a table, no, on a bench. I was sitting on a bench, and I was really deep in thought. And Bugs Bunny came over to me and wanted to know if I was okay. I guess I was daydreaming or something. I was sitting there looking like I was, deep in thought. And Bugs Bunny walked over to me and just wanted to know how I was doing. That's how you know something's going wrong, when Bugs Bunny wonders what the hell's going on. And I used to watch the penguins. You know, they had penguins like from Madagascar, I think. You get to watch the penguins swim. That was fun. I like that kind of stuff. Six Flags here isn't too bad. Six Flags over Georgia. I like to go on the skylift. You could go way up there on the skylift and look down. Oh, the Punisher. I see a lot of that propaganda. The Punisher. People have like Punisher t-shirts and tattoos and Punisher, you know. I gotta watch one of his movies of Punisher to see what the plot is, you know. Because I guess he punishes. He punishes all the bad guys. Kick-Ass was another one. I kind of like Kick-Ass. What else? Kick-Ass and... I remember Alien, the movie Alien, with Sigourney Weaver. Alien was pretty scary. That came out when I was a youngster, watching Alien, and Salem's Lot. Salem's Lot was that was a Stephen King book. I didn't know that. Salem's Lot.
Mercury time.
That movie scared me. When I was a little boy, I'd always put the teddy bear around my neck so that I wouldn't be bitten by the vampires. Salem's Lot. And then Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead was pretty scary. Day of the Dead was even scarier. It was more gruesome. Day of the Dead. One of my heroes, Tom Savini. One of my heroes. Tom Savini did all the special effects on that movie. And I keep talking about Tom Savini. He was a Vietnam vet. I think he was a combat photographer. That's how he knew so much about what gruesome things looked like. He saw a lot of gruesome stuff. Look at that. 1 hour and 38 minutes. Here we are, kids. You know what? I think you need to just wait for your dreams to come true. You need to wait for your dreams. And enjoy the ride, you know? Just enjoy the ride. I think that's the hardest thing, is to learn how to have fun. Because we always focus on what's not going right. We always focus on things going wrong. And then we just get more of it. It's like, quit thinking about stuff that goes wrong. As they say, the universe is just a mirror. It's just mirroring you. Start dancing a new dance, you know. Think some happy thoughts. Well, I guess it's break time for me. I'll have to cut this. This was fun, Tyler. So Tyler and I have been chatting. Leave a comment and then people can look at your channel. But that's what I always do. Whenever I look at comments, I can click on it and it takes me right to their channel. You'll get some press. I'll help you get some press. They'll be impressed by your press. I think I want to encourage people to make content. If I can encourage people to make content, because a lot of people, they're a little shy. You know, they have, yes, Texas, which the first one that came out with Leatherface, there's one with Jessica Biel, and then there's the original one. That one's pretty scary, the original one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That was inspired by Ed Gein. Look up Ed Gein. He was a cannibal, I guess. And he was kind of like Jeffrey Dahmer. Ed Gein. He actually made a Leatherface out of somebody's face. Pretty hardcore. I remember that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Watch the two. Watch the first one, and then watch the one with Jessica Biel. The one with Jessica Biel seems to be more politically correct. That's the Arlie Ermey was in that too. He played the sheriff. If you ever watched Full Metal Jacket, you'll recognize him. If you ever watched Full Metal Jacket, watch the one with Jessica Biel. It's kind of interesting, you know, because the first one wasn't politically correct. The first one was just pure horror and just seeing things the way they are. And then it was kind of doctored up, the second one. And then they had a sequel to that too, I think. Yes, I have. He was finally caught. He got whacked in prison. He was whacked. When he went to prison and somebody just killed him. But he had an interesting life, to say the least. He just loved the people a little too much. He wanted to consume them. You know, he wanted zombies. He would love zombies or something like that. He would destroy parts of their brain, which is pretty gross and disturbing. And then, he was a sociopath, I'm pretty sure. Psychopath. I guess psychopathy, there's different types of psychopathy. There's the functioning psychopath, and then there's the serial killer psychopath. Psychology's always fascinated me. Because everyone is dark and light at the same time. Some are just a little darker than others. Some are way darker than others. If you listen to comedy sometimes, and also movies, you know, all these movies that are coming out, different subject matter that I find disturbing. The Hills Have Eyes. Have you ever seen that movie, The Hills Have Eyes? The girl who was in Hocus Pocus, the blonde girl, I forget her name. One of them was in American Beauty, and another one was in The Hills Have Eyes. That was hard to watch. There was a remake of The Hills Have Eyes. The Last Mimby was supposed to be played in a movie theater, and they mistakenly put in The Hills Have Eyes. And I guess a lot of kids were traumatized. It's like, hey, come watch The Last Mimby. Sure, Mom, let's go watch The Last Mimby. And then the Hills Have Eyes. How long did that go before somebody noticed? Somebody would have to have noticed, hey, they're watching The Hills Have Eyes. Let's shut it off. Stop the trauma. What's disturbing is they stayed and watched it. And I guess they got free tickets or something like that for compensation after all that trauma. I was traumatized by Salem's Lot. Could you imagine The Hills Have Eyes? That's a little much. Well, I guess I'll have to end this stream. I got to get up and move around. I feel rigor mortis setting in. So thank you for joining me, Tyler, and we'll see how this goes later on today. And yep, Ted Bundy. His kills were based on a girl who rejected him. There was a girl who rejected him, and all of his kills looked like the girl who rejected him. So be careful, ladies. Be careful whose car you get into. All right, I will have to say goodbye for now. I will do this again. I got to charge up my battery pack again. Thank you very much for joining me.